everyone to the Wednesday Word of Greater Mount Tabor Christian Center. And this month, we have been featuring an awesome series entitled Live While Living. And I know we have learned so many things this month. We have gotten so many nuggets about how to live while living. We featured a nutritionist. We featured a physical education. We also talked about our mental health. And what we're going to do tonight, we're going to close out our series with a presentation from one of our own, and she has a special guest, Sister Evelina Kissentainer. And we know that we learn how to take care of our mental health. We learn how to take care of the foods we eat. We learn how to exercise and get some of those things taken care of. Well, tonight we're going to learn about the importance of getting your lab work done. And I know this is something that is very near and dear to my heart, something I'm very familiar with as a person who lives with sickle cell. I have to keep my blood work up to date. I have to know what's going on the inside of our body, because it is important to know everything see or everything that's going on in your body may not always be visible. So I don't want to prolong the time. Whatever you use to take notes, go ahead and get that out. I'm sure you're going to receive so many nuggets on tonight. So on behalf of our pastor, Overseer Elvis L. Bowman, and our First Lady, Margie Bowman, I again want to welcome all of our guests who are joining us on tonight. And I also want to welcome all of our family members and friends. And I want to also give you a moment to be a digital disciple and share this stream with someone. If you're viewing on Zoom, invite a friend. If you are viewing on Facebook, tag a friend, have them to join us tonight as we close out this series. So I feel like I've said enough. I feel like I've talked enough. I am going to go ahead and get us kicked off with the first part of our service. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to hear all about Sister Evelina Kissentainer of TCF Lab Services.
Okay, so what I will do now Hi, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Evelina Kissentainer with TCF Lab Services. And I would like to take one moment to thank the Overseer Elvis Bowman for giving me the opportunity to be able to introduce such a wonderful experience to our community. Moving right along, our laboratory is located at 1601 East Lamar Boulevard, Suite 108 in Arlington, Texas, 76011. Now I'm gonna just get right to the to everything. You guys notice all month we've covered our nutrition, a nutritional part of our lives, our mental part of our lives, and most of all, the physical part of our lives. What I'm here to introduce you is the inner, the internal, your lab work, your any inner conditions. We are a mobile phlebotomy service, and we offer a service where you don't have to worry about going anywhere for your labs or being afraid, because we are master phlebotomists that have been doing this for 20, 30 years. So the way that the overseer has put together Live While Living platform is astonishing. I'm very proud to be associated with this organization. Also, I'm very proud that the overseer Elvis Bowman has put together a unique code, should I say, where we will be the only church ministry that offers this type of service. Can you just imagine? We have our own clinic, our own mobile phlebotomy service. We even have our own nutritionist. We have our own mental and physical industry. Now, if that's not a wonderful thing, I don't know what is. So let me say here, I want to make what we do very simple in all four of these entities, especially your labs. For instance, your doctor will give you a lab requisition, or let's say a lab script. We don't want to go to our more traditional labs. Forest LabCorp, Quest Clinical Pathology are wonderful labs, don't get me wrong. But to be able to be in the comfort of your home, your office, or even at our wonderful sanctuary, our church, to set up a lab where you don't have to leave the comfort. We come to you. Overseer has made everything T's crossed, I's dotted to make sure that we cover every aspect of our entire being. I'm going to now give this over to our media. And at the end of this segment, you'll be able to ask numerous of questions, and I'm here to accommodate you. So now we're going to send it over to the media, and I will be back after they show a few little pictures and videos. I'll see you soon. The procedure and the process part of the mobile phlebotomy is very simple to someone that already does it, but we're just gonna reinvent. Let's just do it just like a little skit. And I'm gonna kind of let you know it's better for me to kind of go into a skit because you can put yourself in that situation. Okay, telephone rings. Hi, this is Eve with TCF Lab Services. I noticed that your doctor has ordered blood work for you tomorrow morning. So this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna come out to your home and let me verify your address. You wanna always make sure that you verify your address because the doctor's office could have an address from 3 or 4 years ago and you've moved. So you wanna make sure you verify the address with whom the phlebotomist will be calling you the next day or prior, so forth. Once you verify your address, that's all you need to give us, okay? We have everything else. We will then give you instructions. Yes, Mrs. Ford, let's use Ford for example. Mrs. Ford, make sure that you drink or eat nothing after midnight. And we'll know if you can have coffee with no cream or sugar, tea with no cream or sugar, and as much water as possible. That way we can keep you hydrated. So when the technician comes out, it'll be easy peasy. Now, Mrs. Ford, we see that the doctor has ordered a urine sample. If you're not able, thinking that you're not able to void a urine that night, you can use a styrofoam cup with a top lid, maybe a clean Tupperware that you can put urine in. Make sure it's in a cold spot, maybe put it in a container with ice on top over the night, okay? Because it's very important that if you have a urine sample, you want to be able to void, because if not, that means the technician is going to have to reschedule to come out to pick up your urine, okay? So that's how the mobile part does. It's very simple. And we do have shy bladders, and we do have people that call themselves a hard stick, but we're master phlebotomists, and 9 times out of 10, you're in good hands, okay? And for instance, you can get out, you're mobile, your mobility skills are pretty good. We also have a brick and mortar, like I mentioned before, in Arlington, Texas. You would still do the same thing. You could call us and schedule an appointment, or you could be a walk-in and we'll be there for you. Make sure that you always, and I repeat, always remember to bring your insurance, your photo ID, and your doctor's requisition so that we will know exactly what type of test to order. You will not have to worry about calling the doctor to say, hey, I decided not to go to LabCorp. I decided not to go to some whatever laboratory is on there. We've gone to our own patient service center within our congregation, and they'll be able, and we'll take it from there. Now, in some cases, there are a small fee for the mobile and when you come in to do the accessioning and so forth, shipping and all that type of stuff. And if you don't have insurance, no problem. We have a cash laboratory that you can be able to pick and choose what type of tests and labs that you want. Okay, so let's not let that be a problem or issue. Or when you call us, feel free to ask us while you're on the phone, what can we do to make it easier for you? We'll be the ones that can call your doctor and explain anything that you can't or don't understand within the HIPAA guidelines. Because if we're not put on any records to be able to discuss your medical history, we can't do it. But in the pathology end, for the lab instructions, we can ask as many questions as possible to make it easy for you. Now, also, you want to be mindful when you do make your appointments, you want to keep your appointments because we get kind of hectic at times and some people want to call in, but because our day is scheduled, we want to, be able to accommodate as many people as possible. And another thing that we want to always make sure we understand how important your lab work is to your entire lifestyle. I don't care whatever you do in life, you got to know what's going on in your body. You have to know if your body is on the low or the high. Your lab work is so important that a UTI, if you don't get your regular urinalysis, can cause early dementia. It can cause different mind, brain, even body functional issues. You may think something else is going on, but you gotta get your labs done, darling. Your routine laboratories, your blood counts. For instance, some of us are on blood thinners. You wanna make sure, hey, if a doctor has ordered a medication for you and you're not doing your lab work, how would you know if that medication is doing something for you good or doing something for you that's worsening the condition? Routine lab work will alleviate all of those woulda, coulda, shouldas. So you want to make sure that if your doctor is not, let's say if he's not or she's not giving you labs, you have the right to say, hey, doc, when was the last time if I had my cholesterol checked, my A1C, my INR, cholesterol, my ANA, my set rate, my CBC, with death, my BNP, CNP, my, anything. I mean, it's endless. I mean, the body is endless. So you could have, let's say there's a scar on your hand, a bump on here, something right here, and it's okay, it's moving, or it's been there for a long time. Oh, it's been there so long, I mean, it's not bothering me. But that one thing that's not bothering you could be causing something, it could be settling on a nerve or settling or growing on a main artery. And all of a sudden you notice your leg is tingling or something's getting numb or your sight is going. Could it be this? Or could it be this scar? Or could